What's wrong? What's
Yeah.
wrong with? Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, everybody, this is just Grace and I together. The state of
Yeah.
grace, right in front of you. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ask you some things based upon what you just said, and I want you to tell me your honest opinion because I know you will. I want you to tell me what you think. All right. So
Okay.
here we go. When it comes to the state of grace,
Hmm.
people are going to find it hard and challenging because maybe they're surrounded by negative people or negativity comes into play, right?
Yes.
You have to fight negativity.
Yes.
But when it came to the state of grace, did you find it challenging to hold on to your positive mental state? Did you have to exercise more? Did you have to get out and take walks more? Did you have to eat right? What are some suggestions, tips you can give individuals about this state of grace you were in that they can actually use in their life?
Yes, absolutely. Well, during my chemo, I did not eat like, well, I ate lots of steak and potatoes because I wanted to fatten myself because people lose weight and
Okay.
I saw my dad lose weight. So I gained 30 pounds, which I've never heard of anyone going through chemo gaining 30 pounds. I gained 30
You went
pounds
through chemo and gained 30 pounds. That
because
is abnormal that I
that
know of.
I purposely fattened myself because I've seen my dad who looks like me. He passed away from lung cancer, stage 4.
Okay.
And so
Right.
I've seen him how he was shrinking. I was like, I am not shrinking because I want my body to have reserves, to be able to sustain itself and
Mm,
not be
yeah.
malnourished. And I was not malnourished except for the iron. The iron in the it's just the treatment makes your iron go down. That's why you get out of breath and
Mm,
all that. But that, you just take pills for that. But so yes, I did fatten myself, which actually I thought was the smart thing to do. And then I couldn't even walk at some point because I was so tired. I would get out of breath going from the bedroom to the bathroom. So that's,
mm,
I was very limited.
mm,
But the main thing that I did was to, what I would call meditation, but it's really not meditation. Like every so often, if I had an anxiety attack, or if I would be like,
hmm.
my thoughts would be like, oh my God, what if I don't make it? Or what if this or
Yeah.
that?
Right.
So I'd be like, shut up. I would tell those thoughts,
Mm,
stop.
wow.
Okay. Yeah. Like this. And I actually go in the mirror and I'm
Hmm.
like, shut up. Okay.
Wow.
Stop.
You got in
Okay.
front of a mirror and you
Yeah.
literally looking at yourself did that.
Yes,
Did it work?
absolutely. It's like my conscience was like, what? Did you
You
just ask me?
shook your head. Okay,
Yes.
well, okay, so then I'm going to ask, okay, let me ask you this. We have a short time together, everybody, so just hang in there. We're going to cover a little bit. We're doing this on purpose. We're cramming it in. We've got some other things coming. We'll tell you a little bit about it later, but here we go. When it came to your mental health,
Yes.
in this situation, you're telling it to stop those negative thoughts trying to take over.
Yeah.
Coping with normal stress of life is one thing. This was an abnormal stress that was brought up on you, as it is many people across this
Yes.
planet.
Yes.
How did you learn to work productively or just productively make your day go with that weight of those thoughts coming in?
It's so what I did is I tried to stay as busy as my body allowed me to stay because it
Okay.
was chemo. I had 20 side effects. 20. I counted them.
20.
I wrote them down. Yes.
20.
20.
Tw-
Yes. Yes. Chemo is it
Good
kills
Lord. Good
cancer,
Lord.
thank
Wow.
God, but it also kills the healthy cells, the fast
Hmm.
growing cells, like the bone marrow, the lining of the GI, the lining of your nose. My nose would bleed, and there's nothing I could do. That was just one of the fun side effects.
Wow.
You lose your hair, you lose your nails, become brittle. I mean, it's like it's a party in your body.
Man.
Yeah, I experienced what it is to be 93 years old. And
Hmm.
no fun for everybody out there. If you want to age well, eat clean foods, A, and B, even
Hmm.
walk 30 minutes a day you don't have to do vigorous exercise. Just stay active because
Okay.
wow, it was like everything hurt, everything.
Mm. Mm.
And I got out of breath like all the time. So, what was the question again?
Did you find? No, I have another one for you. No, you answered it quite well. But did you find yourself where all you could do is cry?
I did cry a lot and I needed to cry because it is a grieving process that you go
Okay.
through.
Right.
You
Right.
cry, you get angry, you bargain, the whole 5 steps,
Yeah.
right? Depression.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah.
the last one is admitting it. It's like, okay. So yes, you go through it very much. And the main thing was like when I looked at myself in the mirror, and again, that 93-year-old woman stared back at me with
Right.
no hair, no
Mm-hmm.
eyebrows, no eyelashes, pale as a ghost,
Mm.
dark circles, walking like this,
Mm-hmm.
because I could barely walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it stared back at me and wow, yeah, I would cry. I would be like, who's that person in the mirror? I don't recognize her. But finally, I learned to love that person, that 93-year-old looking person.
How did you do that?
Well, I think because I got a mastectomy and they took my right breast out and put a new one, and then my
Mm-hmm.
breast looked different.
Mm-hmm.
And, breasts to a woman are important for many, many
Mm-hmm.
reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at myself in the mirror, my girlfriend, Heather, who I adore, she was my caretaker. I was like, girl, look at this. And, they have different
Mm-hmm.
zip codes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be like, girl, this is the body you got now. And I was like, oh my God, she's so right. This is the body I got now. I got to love it. I love it. And I started talking to my breasts. I
You
have
start
big,
talking to your breast.
big Mama is the original one. And then
Uh-huh.
T, because her initials are TT,
Uh-huh.
is the new
Did it
one.
start to make a difference? You talking to it and really going like, well, you said it just a moment ago, accepting that this is the body I got now.
Yes.
Hard to swallow though, right? It was hard to swallow, but you went down this road,
Yes.
but it was hard to swallow to
Well,
get into that.
absolutely, it was because you're used to, I had long blonde hair, big symmetrical breasts. All of a sudden, I find myself with no hair, one
Yeah,
breast up here and the north, and the other one south. I could
yeah.
never tell north from
Could tell.
south. But the breast taught me how to,
The
up and down.
breast taught you. Yeah, right.
Yes, how to, yeah.
Yeah.
And but then I also meditated. That was part of one of the questions. I have ADD, so
Mhm.
forgive me.
It's
Um,
okay. You're
yeah,
doing
so
fantastic. Okay.
thank you. Thank you. So what I did is whenever I had the sadness, I embraced it, I loved it, and then I sat down, I grounded myself, in the lotus position because this is the lotus position or whatever you pronounce it. With your hands like this, you can breathe better. It's not like a spiritual thing; it's physiological. And so I would sit and I would be like, okay, I would do like the chakras, if you don't have to do this, but I would be like, I am healthy. I feel healthy. I do healthy. I love healthy. I speak healthy. I see healthy and I understand healthy. So I would repeat that with different words. I am harmony, and then going up on all the I feel, I do. I am order, because cancer is a boo boo that you're it's a mistake that your body makes. It's your own body. People
Mm,
think it's external. It's your own body. These cells are out of control and they're feeding off
mm.
of their scavengers. They're feeding off
Wow.
like hormones and they take nutrition out of your healthy cells. And so, going back to the meditation, that's what I did. So I focused on the health of my
Hmm.
body versus
Yeah.
the cancer. Instead of like, I hate cancer, cancer, fight
Yeah.
cancer.
You were. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
You
I'm
so you got
perfectly
past
healthy.
that? Is what you're saying? You got past that?
I got past that. Yeah. It's like I didn't hate cancer. I kind of forgave cancer. It's like, you made a mistake. You are growing way too fast and you shouldn't be growing this fast. And you're not a normal cell. So I understand you don't belong in my body. Why? Because I am harmony. I am order. I was created like that. I was not created to be sick. I was created to be perfectly healthy, to be happy, to be at peace. So by claiming those things and convincing my mind and my body of those things, it was just transforming for me because
Hmm.
that's why our thoughts and emotions are so important. We have to really take charge of our thoughts and
Hmm.
emotions whenever they feel like they're out of control, because they do affect our biology. They really do. I
So I have to before you go on, because I know we have limited time here together,
Yeah.
but you take that experience and then you tell me
Hmm.
that cancer is like a narcissist.
Yes.
Okay, I know we don't have a lot of time and we know we have other stuff planned and we're doing other stuff. You guys will find out later, as I've said before. But I really want to try to get this in, and then I'm going to share some other points about what are good signs of mental health. We're going to touch on that a little bit and some other stuff, everybody. But
Great.
it's your first time through. Thank you for being here. I got to put this up here for a second. I don't know if you saw this earlier. You already had
Oh,
met
thank
Susie
you,
with a Z.
Susie.
She was here before. She's a part of the channel. She's one of the hosts. And
Thank you.
you've got this from Darren. Nice to have you here, Darren. Thank you for
Thank you,
being
Darren.
here. And Darren, you get one of these. Get one of those.
Woo!
Mr. D's in the house. Mr. D. Thank you, Darren. Oh, okay. So, how is cancer like a narcissist? I understand that part. How can you help somebody through your life experience, what that means? How can they approach their narcissistic situation that they're in or who they have to deal with the way you approach cancer?
Interesting. I love that question. So cancer is a narcissist, and that was kind of like a moment for me, because it invades you, it doesn't ask you,
Hmm.
and when you catch it, it's too late, because it's a very silent killer.
It's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
really good.
it's a silent killer.
It's
I had
it's covert, huh? That's
no
like that.
Yeah, I had no
I like
symptoms.
that.
I had
Yeah.
zero, except for fatigue, which you can blame fatigue for anything in your life, right?
That is really interesting. We don't have enough time today, but that is really interesting. You started to feel fatigue first. It was wearing you out and you didn't even
Yes,
know it was doing it. It was kind of like being gaslit or things happening,
yes,
and you're always tired in that relationship and you're going like, "Oh, it's just me. I need to get sleep," or "It's my
yes,
job." And it's actually that thing person who has ulterior motives, manipulative motives, and they're chomping away at you, eating inside out.
well,
Dude,
cancer
you're blowing
eats,
my mind right now. I want to get into this, but we don't
right?
have time today.
I'm like, when I get these
We're gonna have
revelations,
to
I'm
make a
like,
few shows, and so here you go. Go
yes.
ahead. Go ahead. I've been waiting
So
to ask you this question, but that's pretty deep. Go ahead.
the way that cancer feeds of the nutrients that should go to the healthy cells,
Yeah,
narcissists feed
that's
off
pretty.
your good energy, and that's
Yeah,
why both make you tired.
that's pretty good. We've never talked about this, you guys, the way we're talking about it right now. So this is mind blowing for me. Even though some of you are much smarter than I am, of course, you guys are smarter than I am. Probably caught this already. Listen, this takes like multiple shows for us to talk about. We're gonna do that, but I need to get into something here. Grace has an appointment she has to get to. I have a family situation appointment I have to get to. But we wanted to be with you guys today in streaming to. We're on Facebook. You're on your Facebook. I think we're on. I'm on multiple YouTube channels that we have. She's on her YouTube channel right now, and a number of other things we're streaming to, so you guys can watch this on all of those places. But here we go. How did you start using your talents and abilities? And how did a community contribute to your recovery? Those are two different questions. So we'll start with the first one as we move toward ending the show. How did you use your talents and abilities, or just the things that you had at your disposal, your resources, to
Yeah.
lift yourself up mentally, to have some really good signs of mental health and start building yourself back up? Would you say you're a 93-year-old person? Uh, you're not that 93-year-old person right now. How did you have some good mental health signs through
Mhm.
your talents and resources and abilities? And then we're going to talk about community and how friends and so forth came into play.
Absolutely.
Do the first one that we talked. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So what I did was, because I'm a stand-up comic and a writer, I wrote stuff down that, like, these revelations, like cancer as a narcissist, or
Mm-hmm.
and why. So that would be very, for me, writing is very cathartic.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else, something, like maybe going in front of a video and talking to an audience about it might
Yeah.
be cathartic. Other people like reveal their cancer, when they get diagnosed. I revealed it after my
Mm.
last treatment, a couple of months. So everybody's
Yeah.
different. And the people that reveal it early, I feel like, that it's cathartic for them, and they're also educating other people. So
Mm-hmm.
you feel like if you do something like that, uh, you feel like you are helping others and helping yourself, which is ideal, right? So you have people that are hearing you. What I did is I talked to the few people that knew. Um, I watched a lot of comedies. I wrote a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a whole stand-up comedy special about cancer called
Wow.
"Get Off My Chest."
Wow. You would come
So,
up. You would come up with that title. That's
of
okay.
course,
There you go. Yeah.
and so anything, a musician, play the
Mm.
instrument, or go on a live and play and
Yeah.
bless other people, with your talent.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, depression can make you paralyzed, right? And it's
Yeah.
very common for cancer patients to have depression, and sadness. It's very common. I certainly did. Um, Another thing, okay, the community. The community was, for me, it was my friends that knew, who was a very selected group. And then I had a cancer therapist. And if you are going through cancer, you can actually contact me. I will give you a list, huge list
Wow. Great.
of
Great. Great. That's good.
resources, financial, mental health. I got 10 free sessions with a therapist who was fantastic, who was my
Wow.
cheerleader.
Wow.
So, and I didn't have to pay for it, because when you have cancer, you
Mm.
don't work that much, right?
Yeah.
So you're on your own.
Yeah.
And I don't have any financial support from anybody. I'm on my own. I don't have family to
Yeah.
support me or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I made it through, because of these resources. So anyway, so it's mental health therapist. And if you're going through narcissistic abuse, same thing. There's a lot of like free places, or that you pay very little. If you're going through it, please see a professional,
Yeah.
because they will help you see what you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
see when you're going through
Yeah.
narcissistic abuse. It's so
Mm-hmm.
hard for you to see it, because
Mm-hmm.
you excuse your abuser and you excuse yourself for staying. So I am a big believer in mental health support,
Yeah.
100%.
So you're
There's
you're
support in the
you're
work.
connecting before you go on. You're connecting the cancer to narcissistic abuse.
Yes,
You did a lot of writing.
yes,
For right now, you have a community that's supporting you.
yes,
You have already been a person who strengthens others with your coaching at no charge and helping others,
yes,
but yet you were able to get resources. You were able to meet maybe other individuals who strengthen you. You mentioned your caregiver. You meet all these people. It's very important for somebody going through a narcissistic abuse relationship to make sure that well, it can be hard, but they got to put themselves out there so those resources can come their way, right? As you said, a
absolutely.
therapist, somebody, a coach, somebody, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's a lot of shame when you're being abused. So you usually don't tell others.
Mm,
Uh, but
yeah.
I had a friend who was like, I told her one event, it was something that happened,
Mhm.
because I was mad,
Between you and
me and my narc.
yeah, okay.
And she was like, "Girl, do you realize you're being abused?" I was
Mm,
like,
mm, mm,
"Oh, yeah," because you blame yourself. You're like, "Yeah, I need to change, or maybe I'm too this, too that, too picky, too,
mm,
naggy, too whatever. I nag too
yeah,
much, or I whine too much, or
mm.
no, it's not.
You were expressing yourself, but the narcissistic person with the traits, they flip it around
Oh
on
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You were in a state of depression a lot, of course, with the cancer, but was it the same in the relationship with the narc? Did you find yourself really
oh
beating
yeah,
yourself up,
yeah,
even beyond what you just said?
Yes, yes. And I think that relationship taught me how to deal with cancer. When I realized cancer
Really?
was a
Wow.
narcissistic abuser, yes. Um,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I learned a lot from that relationship. So I'm kind of, it's crazy because I believe this experience we call life, it's for us to learn and to grow and to love and help others, right? So on a personal level, you grow and you learn. So then as you grow and you learn, you can help others, and
Hmm.
always with love, right? And no judgment. So I always feel like, the narcissistic abuser, I was like, oh, why me? Why me? And then with cancer, I was not like, why me? It was like, you know what?
Hmm.
I learned from this experience being with a
Hmm.
narcissistic abuser. And now I'm going to treat this differently, where I am
Yeah.
not going to allow this narcissistic abuser in my body to
Yeah.
ruin my life experience on this
Hmm.
planet,
Hmm. Yeah.
because it's so limited. We don't live that
Hmm.
long, and we want to be of service to others, of service to ourselves. Love yourself and love others. And if you're allowing external circumstances like cancer and narcissistic abusers to ruin your experience,
Yeah.
then we're
They'll
wasting
suck the life
time.
out of it, right? They'll
Oh
suck
yeah,
the
they
life
take
out of it.
the life
Yeah.
out of you. Absolutely, literally, physically and mentally and psychologically, and yeah.
I want to do this before we end the show. I want everybody to get a chance to see. Here we go. See if I get it in here.
What are you showing? Okay. Oh, thank you. The
We are
state
showing
of
the state of
grace.
grace. Okay, now
Yes.
this is your YouTube channel. Everybody
Yes.
get a chance. Please subscribe to Grace's YouTube channel. We really would appreciate the support. She is at 209 subscribers. We need you guys to help Grace and to get to 500 or more. So we're trying to get to 1,000. So guys, show some love and some support. If you haven't stopped by there yet, please do so, and you'll appreciate your visit there. Let's see here. Let's go over here and do this. This is what it looks like. Okay, I have to do this here. What is this right here? What is
Oh,
these two?
the
What's happening there, Mike?
Diaz,
What's going on with that?
the Diaz, yes, with Stephanie
So,
Tejada. It actually got in a film festival in Louisiana called the Annual Listening Room Film Festival.
nice, nice,
Yes,
nice, nice, nice. Now
so,
you're talking to a lot of people across
yes,
the entertainment spectrum and people you've dealt with and people you've met, but a lot of times people may miss out on. I'm going to do this over here, and we're going to put this up. They may miss out on the state of grace in your website. This is your
thank you.
website here, everybody.
Yes, back when I was
Um,
blonde. See, I had long blonde hair. I wasn't
Yeah,
lying.
let's get that in there. No, you weren't lying. You weren't lying. I found one picture of you that has you with black hair, and I posted a long time ago when we did a show or something. And somebody told me, "Who's that lady?" And I was like, "That's
I
Grace, dude." It's
know.
like they're like, "Oh, I didn't recognize who she was." And now,
Yes.
what do you have now? We were just talking before the show. You have what? Black hair.
I have
You have
black hair.
you
It's
have
very, very dark, and it's allegedly my natural hair. Is actually my natural hair. Being
allegedly.
blonde,
What is allegedly? Allegedly.
yeah, because I passed for a natural blonde for so long, except when my roots grew. People were shocked. A lot of people, when I go do a stand-up show, they
Yeah,
literally don't recognize me. I'm like,
I'm
dude,
telling
I'm
you,
Grace. They're like,
totally different person.
yes.
Totally different person.
Yes, and
You
people
sir,
treat me differently, to be honest. As a blonde, it was more of a how I looked that people focused on, versus now it's like what I say. So they listen to me more.
they listen to
Crazy.
you more. Okay,
Yes.
if people listen to you more, what are the top three subjects you like talking about? Of course, narcissistic abuse. You've helped a lot of people, but what are the top three things you like talking about, whether it's in English or Spanish? So,
What do about everything really?
do you really? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the podcast that we are going to develop together. We're gonna start next
Mm-hmm.
year.
Mm-hmm.
What I felt is like I have a lot of different talents, and I love talking about different things. I'm very curious
Yeah.
intellectually. And
Yes.
so remember I had like a podcast for acting and writing, like
Hmm.
celebrities and like people high up there in the industry. I had one, I Heart My Narc with a Broken Heart. I had another one, Living Well. So I figured, let's put all of those things together on the State of Grace.
Bingo. There you
Yes.
go.
And all
That's what you
those
do.
things, we're going to have different segments. It's going to be really good. I
Hmm.
can't wait for the
Yeah.
first episode.
It's going to be good. It's an expression I
Yes.
say often on our channel. This is going to be good. It's going to be really good. Now, I'm going to do something here. Just hang in there with me. What is, let's see here, Grace 360. I just want to read this line because I like it. Grace Fraga. I always want to say Fragra. I just want you to know that. I call you that here. And my daughters go like, Dad, it's not how you say it. I call her Fraga because she's like okra, but better with Chorizo. Those two don't go together, so don't go try it, everybody. Don't go buy it and eat it because that doesn't even sound good. Is the whole empanada, okay? You whole empanada, that's the only reason I read that, went down that rabbit hole.
It's making me hungry. And the
I
reason we
just
wrote that is because,
I should have known you would say that. So
oh,
go
hungry. I
ahead.
am so hungry right now. But the reason we wrote empanada is because I
Yes,
was
please
born
tell
and
me.
raised, I was born and raised in Argentina.
Okay.
So I am Latina from Argentina.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's it for the whole show. This has nothing to do with anybody else. I just wanted to hear her say that. I just wanted to hear her say that. And I love this picture. I just love that picture.
Thank you. And
Anyhow,
see the vibe, how different it is? That's like a
yes.
kind of like a Playboy vibe,
Is that what it's so you were doing that? You ever met
well,
Hugh Hefner? Have you ever met Hugh Hefner?
no, I haven't, but I
Oh, okay.
was a host on Playboy Radio. So
Oh,
I
were you
always,
really? I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah, whenever I went on the stage, I would say, "This is the face of Playboy Radio."
Shit. Okay. This is the face of okay. All
Yeah.
right. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, so
Listen.
now it's more like I don't know, it's more like the smart girl that you would listen to.
Oh, so is that what we're doing here? So we're doing the
I hope
you're
so.
you're now the student at the front of the classroom that's paying
Yes,
attention. Oh, so you
yes,
went from the back of the classroom being silly and moved to the middle. Got it. So now
yes,
we have kind of a direction on December 30th. We're going to be doing something special for
yes.
all of the channels. We're going to be doing some things together. You will just have to stay tuned to Grace's channel and outlets, her social media outlets, and the same for us here at NATV Network. And we're going to do some things. You're going to enjoy it on the 30th. We got some things we're going to pull together. Music, mental health, slap them both together with a strong undercurrent of comedy. And we hope you enjoy it. Well, you'll see. That's it.
One of the
Go
tias
ahead.
might show up. I don't know.
One, you was that
Consuelo
a
wants to
threat or
meet
was that a
you.
promise?
Yes,
Was that a threat or a promise? Which one
it's
was it?
a threat. Being
That's what I was gonna say. All
yes.
right. Look, you're always a breath of fresh air, and a lot of people are happy that we're going to be doing this together. As I mentioned it to a number of people on our channel on our side. So NATV Network and everything is coming together. Thank you for coming and dropping in on this Friday of us getting together and kind of improvising a show for you right here. But State of Grace is landing on NATV Podcast Network, and we really appreciate everybody for supporting Grace. Please go and subscribe. Or as I put my little ghetto thing up there, subscribe to. I wasn't gonna do it, but I have to do it because I'm weird and it's Friday. So everybody subscribe to Grace's channel. I could do more, but I'm not going to. YouTube probably
Yeah.
kick me off. I'm doing my plantation voice. But anyhow, what I was gonna say is, come in for a little comedy. Come in for some serious thinking, crying, and some laughter at the State of Grace. And you're going to enjoy yourself. Grace, thank you for doing this. We made it happen. We did it. We survived.
Yes.
We
Yes. I'm
absolutely
so
did it.
excited.
The
Yes.
technical stuff and everything, we got it all done. it end up working itself out. We're done, everybody, and we're out of here. Don't forget, subscribe, okay? Y'all got to get on out there. Get the likes up on her channel. We need
Thank you.
500. We want 500
Yes.
people that we can invite you to some really cool stuff coming in 2024. Live events, live streaming events. There'll be invite onlys. You'll only see certain people. It's going to be really, really good. All right. We're out of here, everybody. See you guys later. Take care.